Yeah, that was unexpected for a lot of people. They didn't see that happening. I remember that night really well because well, Hogan was off doing a movie, and Vince and the gentleman from NBC, Eversole, called us in a room and said, "Hey guys, you guys are going to be on longer than anybody's ever been on Saturday Night Main Event, and this is the first time we've ever done it without Hogan. We just want you to know this: if the numbers drop when we go to commercial break, chances are you'll be winding back up in Poughkeepsie wrestling from some minor league promotion." And I laughed. But Savage went freaking nuts. "Oh, brother, we got to do something spectacular. We got to do something that we expect. We got to do." I'm like, "Dude, just lighten up, man." He's like, "What are you talking about, lighten up?" I'm like, "Randy, we just need to do what got us here. You know, don't change and go off the wall with some, fly by the night, seat of your pants thing that may or may not work. Let's just go with what got us to the dance, man. That's what smart people do." And man, he argued that point. And I remember that match really well, man, because the first 5 to 7 minutes, I basically just had to block everything he was throwing because he was throwing some taters, man, right and left. He was zinging them in there. He was pumped up. He was going for it all at once. Right there in the beginning, he wanted to go for everything. I'm like, "No, we got to make him wait, my God." And I finally blew him up, and then he settled down. Once he blew up, he was fine, man. He got back to work in the match, and everything was great. I remember one of the greatest compliments I've ever gotten in this business was his father approached me in Tampa one night and told me that was the best match of Randy's career by far, and thanked me for putting it out there. And that was a hell of a compliment, man. I mean, I myself, I never graded my stuff, and I just wanted to have the best match I could, at the time. And that doesn't necessarily mean going out and doing a bunch of crazy stuff, because it didn't. It just meant going out and putting together a great match. And to have an old timer like that come up and tell me that, it really made my day, my year, my career, actually.
Oh, that's great. And for the reference, if people haven't seen that, you've definitely seen the clip of Jake in the shower with Damien beforehand, and Mean Gene coming in and getting your words. And back then, we didn't know what was going to be on Saturday night's main event. You basically had to tune in to see. And when you saw literally two of the most hated guys that were basically on the rise at that point, and it was almost like a jockeying. Did they use it as a test to see which one of you would end up going babyface? Because not shortly after that, you did.
No, I don't think so. I think it was just they were searching for something that was going to get the people's attention, and they could have put something together that would have had two guys that had something going on with each other at the time. And they could have done a lot of different things. I mean, you had at the time, the greatest talent ever assembled was there. And to be chosen in that position to, take the flagship and go with it, man, see if you can carry it. And fellas out there, it was a great compliment to our ability. And I really, really appreciated it. It was a crazy moment.
And with you doing a couple different versions of the stage shows and getting the chance to be there in front of the fans, and you've done them at the wrestling cons and all the different comedy venues, I'm just asking this, but it would be interesting to get your take on it. Is the Macho Man snake biting incident the most talked about or most asked about topic of your career at this point?
Yeah, I think of anybody's career. I mean, people ask other guys, where were they when that happened? For crying out loud, man. That's the most iconic moment ever in professional wrestling.
I can tell you.
It ranks right up there with Hogan slamming the Giant, man. I mean, you think about that moment at the time. But that snake biting Randy, man, it scarred a lot of people. I can proudly say that.
You can, I can just 100% agree with you, because I could go back to being, a 10, 11-year-old kid watching it and thinking to myself, like, My God, I hope that snake has been
Oh my
devenomized.
God. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably crying, squeezing your Randy doll.
No, I was squeezing my Jake. I was squeezing my Jake wrestling buddy, saying,
Yeah, right.
how could
You're
he
probably
do this?"
squeezing the Randy. Yeah, right. You're probably punching the hell out of it. That's what you were doing. Oh man, I have a lot of people tell me that that's the moment that stands out the most loudly. Stands out there the most loudly. That moment there was just a shocker. And it was, man. I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, to this day, if I'm struggling, at night with my lady or something, and things aren't running along smoothly, I just pop that DVD in, man, and watch that snake get up and bite him, and shoot, man, I'm good to go now. I get excited all over again, man, 'cause it made the blood run, to the right spots, man. It was a hell of a joke, man. And it was really funny because I couldn't get the snake off of him; it wouldn't let go. And they sent Rowdy Piper down and Elizabeth down instead. Get that damn snake off of him now. And I'm like, man, I'm trying, and kept trying to spread his mouth. And I finally got my hands in there and got his mouth spread so Randy could pull away. But yeah, it was a great, great moment, man. Led up to it, and a lot followed it, in years to come.
Oh my gosh, just at the aftermath with the Tuesday in Texas match and the carnage
Yeah.
that was. And then, my God, I mean, again, I get to put myself right in front of the TV at 10, 11 years old. You're going to hit the first person who comes through the curtain with the chair leading to the babyface turn of The Undertaker. I mean, it's this kind of stuff. We're sitting here in 2019. We can recite this like it just happened. And that, to me, is the beauty of the golden age of professional wrestling.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Something that sticks with people. And it all goes back to the thing that's been proven. In yesteryears, we hooked you emotionally, to the product. And we carried your emotions with us, and we worked on your emotions. Today it's all visual. It's all, lightning bolts and smoke and mirrors and crazy stuff. That's what they go for now. They want that quick buzz, that quick jolt. But they got to have one after another, and that's what happens when you go with visual excitement. Your brain gets it and takes it and runs with it, and it's over in a split second. That now the brain's ready for something new. But we hooked your emotions, sort of like an old John Wayne flick. Come on, John didn't jump up and down and fly through the air. Hell no, man. He just did what John Wayne does, man. Kick somebody's butt, and you knew it was going to happen.